Alright everybody, this is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. I've got several of these pieces that are known as Imari, okay? That's I-M-A-R-I. And what they actually are, they're not actually Imari. So let's fix that right now and just get rid of the whole term, okay? Imari was the name of a port in Japan where the Dutch and Chinese both had trading posts. So, in like the 1650s, those were the only two people that Japan traded with, China and the Dutch, for some unknown reason. I mean, we know the reason. I'm just not going to get into it right now. We don't need a whole history like Marco Polo, all that, jazz. We're already doing a history lesson. Let's learn about this. World history is not my specialty, just factoids about items is pretty much where I rest my head. So, what these actually are is Arita pottery. Now, Arita pottery is known for a beautiful white stoneware. I mean, you can see how gorgeous this is. And look how well made that foot is. I mean, this is real quality stoneware. So yeah, the English and such started calling this Imari because it came from that port. But really, all sorts of stuff was coming from that port. This is Arita pottery, decorated with very fanciful colors and stuff. And that's what we will know as Imari pottery in the future. So, I-M-A-R-I. I think I did that right, yeah. And then Arita is A-R-I-T-A, which is actually the origin of these plates to begin with. These are Arita pottery, known for their white stoneware. You can see this one actually has a hand-done signature. So, I mean, this is actually probably hand-done. You can see some brush strokes and little faults with it and stuff. I mean, I don't know if any of it could have been printed and what of it was painted, but you can see there's actual texture to this decoration. So I believe this is actually enamel decorated and probably early to mid 20th century, I would say. Probably like 1930s to 1950s is where I would probably set that one. Now this one I'm not positive about. You can see how rich some of those ink tones are. Or glaze, I suppose. I apologize. And then you can see in the glare that the orange is actually painted over it. So what we have is a blue underglaze and then various decorations over that glaze. Let me make sure I move that back enough. We also have Moriagi, which you can see these little bumps right here in the glare. They're raised up just a little bit. Moriagi, again, is raised up enamel decoration. That's the Japanese word for it. So in other art forms like famille rose or rose medallion pottery from China, that might have an entirely different name for the decoration. So I apologize for any future confusion, but we'll try and learn all these terms and stuff together. And like I said, you can see the enamel raised up in the glare there. And look how lovely that blue underglaze is. I mean, it's dark and rich. It's very pretty, and you can see from the whole thing. I mean, this is hand done. This is not a modern reproduction. I would not think. It has beautiful decorations on the outside. Again, more Moriagi. Beautiful little fence down here. And I think it's pretty charming for some of the mistakes around the outside edge. You know, he obviously smeared that across the bowl right there. This, I wouldn't consider this like a masterpiece or anything, but it's very beautifully decorated. And you can see there's some more faults there. You see how that underglaze right there is very dark and built up. So I don't know if he just got too much on there, or, this might have been like a beginner decorator's pot or something. No signature on the bottom. He wasn't trying to tell everybody he did it. So, we'll draw our own conclusions about how he felt about his mistakes and stuff. But I think they're lovely. And this has traveled through time to my hands. I'm sure I paid like $5 for this at a local antique store. Because I'm the only one around my parts that apparently cares about any of this Asian stuff. And I think it's just beautiful. So this is my tip for today. you can run around and get beautiful Imari stuff for relatively cheap. And again, this is actually Arita pottery, and it's been mislabeled for hundreds of years, so we're going to try and break that habit. But so we all know what we're talking about here, and so you guys can search it if you want to buy it, this will be known as Imari pottery. So yeah, this stuff is super cheap right now, and I really get the feeling that someday this is going to come back and people are really going to appreciate these forms. So that's Austin's antique buying tip for the day. Go and get you some of this, because I really think it's going to be much more valuable in the future. Things are going to keep breaking. More and more people are going to want it the more people see it. And yeah, there's about 40 of you on my channel now. Almost 40. So 40 of you can take Austin's little buying tip, go and buy something cheap, relatively cheap, and gorgeous, and it's probably a good investment. I mean, look at that thing. That is lovely. This might even be a mon of some sort. This may be a family crest from Japan. I'm not entirely positive. It could just be a symbol they threw on there, but I am going to look into that a bit and see if that matches anyone's family. Who knows? We might be able to learn a whole lot more about this stuff. All right, I'm going to do another video right away of a big Imari piece that I have, and yeah, hopefully you guys will like that too. This is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Like, share, subscribe, and comment if you want to. No peer pressure. I'd just love to see you down there. Oh, that was cheeky at best.